From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Hey, Sam off.
Shit. That's
They start the drive with Martin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Go. Ready?
On second down now, it's Martin. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Looking to throw. Bledsoe. Man open. It's Moss complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Bam. Fight.
From the pistol, they'll run with Martin. There goes Martin, first down and more. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
At the 38-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 yards.
Check back.
Hey, Charlie.
51's the mic. I'll get him.
Yep.
Get him. Watch the safety.
Leo. You're out.
Looking to throw on second down. Bledsoe. He'll take his shot for the end. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Scott Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's crashing.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To throw it is Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Ready up.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And watch your leg. Slip. Shoot.
Hey, lock it.
Watch twist. Kill.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsay, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Here we go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if you guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Yes.
To throw again. Bledsoe. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Look, squeeze.
Watch out. Slam.
Hey.
Check 43. Rush in.
From the gun, Bledsoe. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now!
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bledsoe. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That goes for a gain of 31.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. Bledsoe toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Back to throw. Bledsoe. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the eye.
Protein spill. Go.
Stay at home.
Hey, Alpha. Yo. Ready?
Here's Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give them 32 on the play.
Ready.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Lindsay. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. Break down. Hey, watch it. Check 24. Check 15.
Fire.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Set. 30 base.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Check, check, watch 54. Bristol, travel. Bang, bang.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing now is Locke. That is caught inside the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsay. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Hey, Delta. Look at me. Zipper. Fair, fair. No. Rock it. Reach, go.
To throw on 2nd down. Bledsoe completes it to Miller. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Scott Miller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They look to throw. It's locked. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Throwing on first down is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A run with Lindsay out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. A final shot before half for Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Pilot, 64, watch the screen. Leo. Switch gears.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Again, it's Martin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On first down, Bledsoe. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
61, match box, right.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Let's go.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Get it.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run by Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Protein spill.
Lock now on 1st down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Hey. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Exit.
Now Lock. And this is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lock going to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Lock going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is Fant on the short completion. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Lock gonna go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down.
50, plant.
All day, baby, all day. 36.
Bravo.
951.
Hey!
Push him back.
You're out! Hey, lock it!
Check 3, check 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught by Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Look, squeeze! Hard!
Second down and inches. Going deep this time for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Scott Miller with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Block again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Locke throwing on target to Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Broncos.
Ready up.
54. Mike 54. I'm coming for you.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Get it.
Into the red zone, it's locked. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
Begin. Go. Hey, Sam off.
Back. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hey, wahoo.
Watch the shit.
Dude.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
26, check 26.
Yo, go. Go on.
Say,
Go.
Throwing again. Bledsoe. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Smooth.
Operating from the gun. Bledsoe. And that will be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 4. Rock it.
10. Under 10. 10.
Show. Hey, echo.
On 4th down, Bledsoe. The catch made by Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Leo. Hey, Haywood. Now.
Throwing on first down, Bledsoe. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, team 6. Look at me, zipper.
Watch the fly.
From the gun, Bledsoe. And Martin's got it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
50 wants the mic. 50. Hey. Come on, D. You're out. Watch safety green. Hey, lock it. Safety's green. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Squeeze. Hard. Check. Yeah. Check. Hit it.
From the gun, Bledsoe to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pass intended for Scott Miller, incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Yeah.
He's checking crack. Slam.
Here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for New England, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.